talked about the lesser time, friends, relaxation, also like the loneliness and all that. A lot of good points were there. 8.5. So Sai
Thank
Gayatri,
you.
this is a good one. Good one. So
Thank
even we could even go up to 9 here. Good job, and you put very less pressure on the examiner because you kept on talking. I was able to check most of the boxes. Very good. Super.
thank you.
Yes. 30 seconds, Sugita. 30 seconds, Sugita, on the cross question. Which one would you prefer? Why? Sugita, unmute. Which one you would prefer and why?
So, I think I would prefer both because it is really important to go outdoors and play some games and sports, which will help you with your mental health and your physical health also. And it is really good. You will learn a lot of lessons because of your playing as a team, because of your teamwork. Whereas sitting in your room and reading is also really, it will also help you very much. It will if you are reading your school books, your academic books also, it will also help you in scoring good marks. If you are reading any other book other than if you are reading any book other than your school books also, that will also help you with your life. So I
Wow.
think
Wow. 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 The cross question also, the fluency level was very high. Very good. Very good. That's what it is. That's what it is. It was very light on her when I could observe that she was very quite natural here. Good job. Good job. The scoring, consistently scoring around 9 out of 10. That's very good. Super. Good job. Now, the next batch, look at this. Instead of you talking, when you listen, you gain a lot. Okay, I'm going to go with Avantika again. Avantika Jaita. Avantika Jaita, have you said? Can we do it very quickly? We have only 30 minutes left. All right. Avantika Jaita, we are going to go with the fresh one. Avantika first long run. Jaita second long run. Are you okay, guys? Are you okay? All right, here you go. There you go. Avantika, get started.
So,
Quick, volume audio.
yes, in the left hand side we can see a phone, and there are many apps, and I think a person is doing study on those apps. And in the right hand side we can see a person who is viewing a monitor and seeing some worldwide things. We can see that the maps and a bar graph, everything about our world. He's doing studies in a laptop, but in the left hand side he is just working on a phone and checking those updates, and he's gonna log into the Twitter, I think so. Just pointing over that. Mm, Basically, phone is a good mode of learning, but also an addiction. In the right hand side, it's maybe a good deal because all those datas are about some giving a proper content, differ from distractions. I prefer computer for studies, and
Stop. Stop. Okay. Your fluency, those things are good. The thing is the central point. There is a central point. I still want to consider this. Avantika, hold on. Jaita, long run for 1 minute, Jaita. Can you start?
Yes, sir.
Let's go ahead. Everyone is going to go through this. This is a very tricky picture. I'm going to come back to you, Chris. Right, I'm going to come back to you. Jaita, do the long run.
Sir, shall I start now,
Yeah,
sir?
go ahead.
Yes, sir. In in the first picture, uh, old man, a normal person is using a phone, sir, and behind in the background we see a lab or some. It's looking like a lab in the background, and he has more applications on this phone, and it's looking like iPhone. And but using the screen near to your eyes, it's a little bit harmful. But but in the second picture, we see a man. He's using his a computer, and he's coding, and we can see some. We can even see the world's map, and we can also see some wind directions. Even that's the map, and we can see pie charts. And he's researching. It's looking like he's working in the future, and he's trying to learn something about the future.
Super. Stop. Very good. The first, the main box is data. You are able to run through the talk. Okay. Everyone listen to this. Sometimes the photos are tricky. Definitely they are complicated sometimes. Yeah, of course they are complicated. And both of you actually did a pretty decent job here. Chris, long run for both.
In the in the left picture, I see a person using a phone, and in the right side, I see a person who is most probably developing. And another thing to be noticed is that the person in the left has a background in which data servers are being shown. So the primary difference between the two is in the left picture, the person using the phone, the data is being stored and processed by the person in the right picture. So that is the first difference. And the second thing which is to be noted most probably is that the picture on the right is the person in the right picture is making or developing apps for the left picture on person on the left picture. So they are both maybe a customer and client. Sorry, they most probably doing some kind of this, and
Yeah, very good. Stop. Hit the point. Here is what it is, everyone. Chris was talking about left and right hand side. One is the output, another one is the input. He talked about one is using the application directly, then second one is developing something to get the application there. Right? That's what you meant, Chris, isn't it? The right hand side is the input, left hand side is the output. And so it's a primitive formative users will be using the phone directly, but actual development happens. I understand this is a little bit hard. He was able to really put together that point nicely. Jaitan, good job. Jaitan Avantika, I know it's hard. Should I give you both? Should I give both of you slightly simpler picture? Because the first 10-15 seconds are very crucial. How you capture this one? Because in the exam you'll be given 3 pictures, out of which you have to choose 2 of those. That itself is a nevertheless. Here is what it is. I'm going to go with Kevin and Avantika. Next one is Jaita with Sivaprana. Now Kevin with Avantika. Here, look at this. All right, here you go, Kevin, Avantika. Okay, long run. You ready? Kevin. Kevin, are you there?
Yes, sir. Hello.
Yeah, you can get started.
In the left picture, I see a professor or a teacher is teaching the students, and in the right picture, I see 2 people are, I think, doing some research on something. And in left picture, I think it is a school.
where students are studying and doing learning on some topics. And in right picture, it is a laboratory, and where there are some chemicals kept on the table, and the person who's standing in front of the girl who's sitting behind is I think the in charge of that lab, and he's doing some experiment on something, and the teacher is teaching, I think, maths, like algebra or what or something to the students. That you and I think it's a morning time in the school, and in the laboratory I think it's night. And if I were in their positions, I would opt for laboratory, because I would like to do experiments, and I would like to check on whatever things I found, or I have.
Super. All the three parts are covered. I really liked it. Super. Very good job. Hold on to the score. Let me hold on to the score for a minute. Avantika, 30 seconds. Cross question. What is your opinion on these two pictures? Which one you would prefer and why?
I prefer the right hand side because only learning we can't gain every knowledge. By doing experiments, we can gain more knowledge than listening to a class, and even we won't feel sleepy while doing some experiments.
Keep going.
Right hand side, they are just doing experiments using a complicated microscopes. Maybe it may be a research based on some experiment which gives a good gain, or give, and we can see many chemicals kept on that tables, and a girl who's sitting in the chair may be his assistant, who was also involved in that research. I can see many arts in the glass. Maybe it's based on some flowers, so they are just.
Stop. You got it. You got it, Avantika. I know. It was I actually I got like 60 seconds from you on this. Both of you deserve a 9 out of 10 on this. Okay? Because the cross question 30 seconds, she kept, you should not leave blank. That's Avantika, that's the thing. In the exam hall, you have to be fluent. That's what they look for. Okay? The content will come automatically because you're going to compare in contrast. There is a picture in front of you. There are two pictures. You can get a lot of ideas. But the thing is, it's our mind. It's our mind that blocking you from the fluency. Remove the mind from the equation, you should be fine. Okay, you focus on the picture, never focus on anything else, whether it is going to be all right or not. Don't think about the result, just think about that moment and focus on the picture. You'll get it. Look at the picture on the right hand side. Look at the background. Oh my god, we talked so much about it. They're picturizing everything, they're giving you it on the platter. Basically everything is practical on the right hand side. On the left hand side, look at all the equations. Look at the left hand side, it's all about theory. Whether you want theory or practical, or do you want both? That's the question that I asked. All right, good job, Avantika. All right, I'm going to pick on like the person's 1 minute long run here. We will go with Sivapranav, Chris. Sivapranav and Chris. First one is Sivapranav, long run. The second long run. All right, let's do a very quick one. You should never forget this session because this is one of those very few speaking sessions that we are going to have. Generally, you guys are good at speaking. All right, now. Here you go. Yes, long run. So, Pranav.
Sir, shall I start?
Go ahead.
So there are two pictures. In the left hand side, a boy is studying for a long time but is getting stressed every time. But on the right hand side, the boy is studying productively. I would prefer the right hand side because I would be not stressed and I would be happy and I would study more. The left hand side boy is studying more, but it is not getting into his mind that he is getting stressed. There are many books around him, but on the right hand side, the boy is having a tab and there's nothing around him. I think so. He's studying with the tab, and the left hand side boy is getting frustrated too much. I think so. He needs to take some break, and he would be all right. I think so. The right hand boy would study more than the left hand boy. So that's all.
Oh, keep going, keep going. The instrument he has got, the thing which